Doug.
And I'm Cathy.
This is Maggie Mae. Join us as we follow the moon. Today, we are in Memphis, and we are going to take you on a whirlwind tour of everything you want to do, see, and eat.
That's right.
In Memphis. So come along and join us. Now we start our tour at Mud Island Park. Mud Island is an island in the middle of the Mississippi River. And during the season, you can reach it by these suspended trams or over the walkway.
What a view.
It was beautiful.
Look at those clouds.
Now the park pays tribute to the Mississippi River, and it has a seasonal museum as well as this 3D scale replica of the entire Mississippi River that flows all the way out into the Gulf.
It is fascinating, and all along the way you've got little signs that tell you what you're looking at.
Now, special thanks to Amanda and Tracy for helping us get this shot. Next, we worked up an appetite. It was time to go to Gus's world famous fried chicken. It's been featured on the Food Channel, Racheal Ray, and Man vs. Food. It may be small on the inside, but it's got a huge reputation, and there's a reason it does. We tried the fried chicken, macaroni and cheese, coleslaw, baked beans. It was so good we ended up going back and getting more to take home.
And it's Maggie approved.
Absolutely. Next off was the National Civil Rights Museum. This was constructed at the Lorraine Hotel, which was the site where Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. was shot. Now the outdoor part of the venue that you're seeing here is open year-round. If you do want to take a tour of the museum itself, there are a couple days a week it's closed, so be sure to check before you get there. But the grounds are amazing. Now the home of the blues is Beale Street, which is right across from the famous Orpheum Theater. Now this is the party street in Memphis. There's no open container laws, so pretty much anything goes, and especially in the evening, it's jam-packed. There's all kind of famous spots like B.B. King's Blues Club, Wet Willie's Daiquiris, B.B. King guitars up and down the street, and you'll also find the Brass Notes Hall of Fame up and down both sides of the sidewalk the length of Beale Street. It's there to honor the great blues musicians of the past and of the present, like Memphis' own Justin Timberlake, and B.B. King's note is right outside his blues club. Lots to see and do. Next up was one of Maggie's favorite places. By the middle of the day, finding grass in the middle of the city is a treat.
Yes, it is.
Our next stop was the Peabody Hotel, famous for the Peabody Ducks. They travel at 11 and 5 to and from the fountain, but because of COVID, it was restricted just to guests. This side entrance is the best spot to go, but we chose to go down onto Main Street and relax a little bit.
This was really a beautiful street.
Nice shade, great shopping.
The trolley going right through there.
And one of the few places where you don't find cars.
Yeah.
It's just a pedestrian street now.
But it had really good ice cream. Nice little ice cream shop.
Next up is the Pyramid. The Pyramid is now home to Bass Pro Shops. Now, Bass Pro Shops isn't the only thing in here. The Big Cypress Lodge Hotel is just inside the door and to the right. And those are the balconies for the rooms, all facing out into the beautiful store.
This was almost like a mall.
Yeah, it was amazing. There's an elevator that goes all the way to the top. More on that a little bit later.
Look at the trees.
Now, this was built in 1991 as a 20,000 seat arena, but it went unused from 2004 up until 2015 when Bass Pro decided to take this over and make this their largest store. And it's huge. It goes on and on.
You could have spent almost a whole day wandering around there.
Or driving around there.
That's
or boating
right.
around
or
there.
Boating. Yes, I wanted to get a kayak.
Now, we decided to get a bite, so we went to Wahlburgers Wild and we got some fried pickles that were really good. Cathy ended up with a big salad, and I ended up with a Fiesta burger. Okay, well, today is actually September 27th while we're here at the Pyramid, and this was actually the grand opening day for Wahlburgers Wild. And so we're here on grand opening day, and it was absolutely incredible.
It was really, really good.
And the whole time you're sitting here under the pyramid, it looks like a nighttime sky. It's been so relaxing after a day walking around Memphis, and we really had a good time.
Yes, we did. And what are we getting ready to do?
We're going to the top.
We got our tickets.
Now, the welcoming committee at the elevator, they've got, I think there was 4 or 5 gators in there.
Yeah.
And the elevator, they're glass elevators, so you've got a great view going up and coming back down. But they go 32 stories to the top of the building, to the top of the pyramid. And what a view.
Yes.
It's hard to imagine that you're all indoors. Now, there is a restaurant with seating upstairs, but we went straight over to the lookout, I'm sorry. And when you go out on the lookout, it is a glass floor balcony, and you've got great views of the Memphis skyline.
What a city.
Including Mud Island there, and the Mississippi, and Arkansas over by the sunset.
And that bridge gives you a nice show at night.
Yeah, the lighting is amazing. Now that's looking through one of the glass panels down the side of the pyramid at the Bass Pro sign. And we'll have some more great views for you at the end of this video, so be sure to stay till the end and see the sunset. Now, when you think about Memphis, you do think about Graceland. And Graceland is one of those places everybody wants to see. The tickets start for the full tour of Graceland at about $75 and go well on up from there. But from 7 a.m. to 8 a.m. every day, the grounds are open for free. You can go around the mansion, the swimming area, see Elvis's grave. All of that's open, and all of it's completely free. And if you want to cross the street, you'll see Elvis's private jet, the Lisa Marie. Now, over in the Broad Avenue Art District, across from that famous water tower, you're going to find Muddy's Bake Shop. Now, Muddy's is only open Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, 3 days a week.
I think that's about all of the sugar I could handle.
Yeah. Their outdoor seating, I really like that. The ironing boards for the tables, I thought that was really clever. But they have anything from cupcakes to pies, quiche, all kinds of baked goods, pudding, salads. We ended up and tried a pecan pie and the chocolatey Prozac cupcakes. Out of this world. Now next up is the Crosstown Concourse. And this building was built in 1927 as a Sears distribution and retail center. Sears operated out of this building 1.5 million square foot up until 1994. Over the next 20 years, the building fell into disrepair and has been completely renovated now. There's some pictures that show you before and after. It now has a radio station. It has commercial office space, retail space, 265 apartments, and a high school. There's that staircase before.
Pretty amazing.
It's so great they didn't tear it down.
Yeah.
That they created such a useful space. This was all redone and reopened in August of 2017. And if you look in the right corner of the building, you'll even find an old Sears sign. Now this next spot, if you didn't know where you were going, your GPS wouldn't get you there. 52 South 2nd Street, we just passed. There's nothing there. But if you go around the corner, go a half a block until you come to an alley, turn down the alley to where you're at the back side of that address, you'll see the sign for Charlie Vergo's Rendezvous BBQ. Now, Charlie Vergo started this establishment in 1948, and if being in the back of a building in an alley isn't enough, it's in the basement of a building in the back of an alley. I imagine the inside looks much like it did back in 1948. They're famous for their ribs, and they're cooked dry and then slathered with a vinegar sauce and given a shake of seasoning rather than rubbed and cooked that way. That's the kitchen. And we took ours to go and went out to a park and sit down to have lunch. This was some of the finest barbecue I think I've ever eaten.
It was very good.
Cathy had a pork shoulder sandwich. I ordered the ribs and brisket. We had baked beans. We had their vinegar mustard coleslaw and potato salad. Needless to say, that wasn't all one meal. Now, Overton Square is kind of the new trendy area. It has the Memphis Hotel, lots of eateries and breweries, shopping. It's home to Ballet Memphis, and a beautifully renovated art district.
Speaking of art, there were a lot of murals all around that city. They were amazing.
Yeah, the whole city is amazing. Now, the Overton Square area is just a couple blocks away from Overton Park. This is one of the nicest, largest parks I think I've ever seen. Tons of green space. It's home to the Memphis Brooks Museum of Art. Veterans Plaza. There's a tribute to the Memphis Belle. considering we're here late in the fall, the flowers and the landscaping were amazing.
I love this.
Now there's original artwork. That's a guitar sculpture made out of car frames. The Levitt Shell. The park is home to the Memphis Zoo, and it also has Overton Bark, which is their dog park. Finally, we took a tour of Sun Studio. Now, Sun Studio doesn't allow video in the studio itself, but this was home to artists such as where Elvis Presley got his recording start, plus Johnny Cash, Jerry Lee Lewis, Ike Turner, and even contemporaries like U2, Bonnie Raitt, Ringo Starr, and Def Leppard have recorded here. Well, we hope you've enjoyed our whirlwind tour of Memphis, Tennessee, as much as we've enjoyed bringing it to you.
And we hope that it's inspired you to come visit Memphis yourself.
It was a fun town. It was amazing. It was a lot more than what I ever thought Memphis was. We were impressed. If you haven't already subscribed to our channel, please do so. We appreciate that. And if you liked the video, give us a thumbs up. We really do appreciate that.
And thank you for following us as we follow the moon.
Be sure to hang out here for just a second. We're going to show you a few more shots off the top of the pyramid at sunset. Thank you for watching this video. We hope you've enjoyed it. Please be sure to subscribe to our channel and be sure to ring the notification bell so you'll know when we have new videos listed. Also, be sure to check out our blog at followthemoon.us and also our Facebook page at Follow the Moon and on Instagram at Follow the Moon Travel. Thanks.